We're live. I'm live. There's 7 of us on the line today. Welcome, everyone. This is, again, a Nose Knows, the first and only channel that I know of in English, dedicated entirely to the more obscure, to the rare, to the long forgotten, to the not yet known items in perfumery. My name is Dana. Mr. Ashfaq is with us. Hi, from Bangladesh. Good evening. I guess you're in the middle of the night over there. Lily Maria and Cornelia. Bine ați venit, dragii mei, năsoși parfumați. Today, hi, Gabriela and Emilia. Today, we're going to talk about something that makes my skin crawl. Well, then, good morning. So it's 12. So you are literally 13 hours ahead. Wow, that's, yep. You're on the other side of the earth, man. Today we're going to talk about something that makes your skin crawl, that makes your eyes water, that makes your face blush. We're going to talk about something shameless and skanky and musky in the way that musky isn't done anymore, because musk should not be used in this way anymore, and it isn't in the Western perfumery. I discovered this house by mistake, of course, like I always do, because I thought the presentation was interesting. I thought the prices were fine. I paid about $25 for each bottle, and after the first one came really quickly from Italy, from a store that was closing, I guess, and I opened it and I saw all those foo-foo little cutouts and all the little notes written by somebody on the other side of the world, and I took a sniff. I decided there's more to this house that meets the nose. Liliana, Pulp Frags, and Fragrance View. Hello, everyone. The house for today is one of the few jewelry houses. And now that doesn't sound very good, because usually jewelry means something else. But for me and in my brain, jewelry transitioning, it's not Mauboussin, but you are on to something. You can tell who's heard this before or not. We do have some of my Romanian community folks here, and they probably will remember Jar. Yeah. Hi, Bianca and Cosine. We're used to the jewelry houses producing perfumery more than you think, because we've had, the Tiffany's, we had the Cartier of the world, we had the Bulgaris, which are now kind of, all over the place. And yes, we have Mauboussin, which is one of my favorite jewelry houses that moved laterally into producing perfume. And I do believe, although some of them are in the more accessible range, they do tend to have the attention to detail that I command in a fragrance or in anything that I consume. And most of the times they also have resources to hire the right perfumers or right designers or right flaconists to create something worthy of whatever their brand image is. Hi, Forever Fragrankin! Thank you. This is because I had really big drama in the Romanian community. We reached 10,000, and there's been some, explosions. So yeah, I was angry this morning. This is what happens when I'm angry. I go black. No, I go black all the time. But today I was like in the morning. Hi, Ananda from Massachusetts. Welcome. So the house for today is called Les Nereides. It's a French house that started in 1980, so it's about 40 years old next year. They, unlike the Cartiers and the Bulgaris that I already mentioned, thank you, don't create expensive jewelry, but they do create some interesting custom jewelry that is very intricate. Think about all the cute Japanese things you can imagine, and now put that into jewelry. That's kind of the approach they take. Not very conducive to a very serious fragrance, but the first time I gave a nose to anything that they made, I said there's something here. The Les Nereides, for those of you who are into astronomy, maybe you can give us more details, but as far as I know, the Les Nereides constitute a constellation, and they come from the Greek mythology, like many things do, where they represent, there were a lot of them, there are about 50 of them. They're the daughters of a god, because the god is, as all gods go, very fertile and very, like, you know, ready for action all the time. I don't know if they're sharing a mother. In any case, Les Nereides are water nymphs. They're spirits of the water, and they represent whatever's good and kind and fertile and human about the sea. So their job is to go around in the water with Poseidon, which is the Greek version of Neptune. This is not perfumery, I know, but this is how my brain works. So Les Nereides go around and they save guys, they lift up ships, they help Odyssey to, you know, go and find the golden fleece. They're nice. They're the nice version of mermaids. And mermaids, we all know what those are. Anyway, those are the Les Nereides. Again, fury eyes. Yeah. I can't believe I just snorted. Sorry. Emilia. DC Comics. Samuel Venit, welcome. And Narcisa from Finland. All right, we're from all over. So these are the Les Nereides. They inspired the name for this house. And a while back, the house started creating fragrances. As of now, they have 8 in their collection. They're not very prolific when it comes to creating fragrances. Of 8, I owned 6, and I have 3 in the house because that's how I operate. All right. And I am ready to talk a little bit about all 3 of them. But one of them smells like an angry hyena. Okay. It smells like it smells like the wrong end of everything you have ever imagined. If you think of those like weird sea worms that sit and eat something big and then digest for 24 years, and then they shit a bullet of something, that's how concentrated this assy fragrance is. Or that's how acily concentrated this fragrance is. I don't know what the best way to put it is, but without further ado, let me introduce you to this is going to make my eyes water. Bung. Can't see it. Let me get closer and closer. There you go. What you see here is not the first iteration of the bottles, but it is the one that operated for the longest. The first iteration of the flaconnage is not rounded at the bottom. It's simply square like this. And these are the versions that I enjoy the most because they have, I have smelt deer musk grain. I have. So let me, I'm going to go into detail. You look at the bottle, you look at the label, it looks kind of crappy quality, but nothing happened to them in the years I've owned them. So I guess they're stuck and they're going to stay there. The name of this fragrance is Fleur Poudrée de Musc, in translation from French. A powdery flower of musk. No. You will see it in differently designed bottles that have the same shape, but a very streamlined, very square, simple, minimalistic etiquette, label. Those are not the same. I owned some of the newer ones. But all the ones that I have have the same kind of bottle. And this is an example of the older edition of a third fragrance. But this is what they used to look like before they looked like this. So this is the first edition, and this is Musk de Samarkand, Musk of Samarkand. That's Uzbekistan for people who are into geography. I really want to get there sometime. But flying to Tashkent from here is like, whoa, completely different world. And then this is the second iteration bottle. And then the third iteration is the same shape, but with a square label. Those are not to be preferred. In my opinion, these are the ones to go for. And luckily, they're still easy to find because you can scour the Internetics and find them like I did for about $25 or so, which is not bad at all. I bought all of mine from this little store on Italian eBay, like I said. And of 6, I kept 3, although there's a 4th that I think is very, very good. This one. All right. I don't even know where to start. I smelled musk grain. I smelled fresh ambergris once, but it's imprinted. It's in my memory, and I'm going to transmit it to my collective memory, like in a library of Shudder. I smelled oud. I smelled the very polarizing Eastern oud at some point. This, why? I'm getting teary-eyed. Fine. I'm going to spray right now. Oh. Fine. All in the in the name of frigging science. All right. All right. I split Animatics. You owe me. You owe me. You owe me. But you don't own me. La 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 la. Okay, fine. I smelled Animatics that go into fur of all kinds. I smelled Animatics that go into crotch. Right. I only smelled the fresh, closer to dark, lowest grade of ambergris. And then I smelled tincture of the white ambergris, which are worlds apart. I smelled Animatics that go towards dead and rot, kind of. I smelled Animatic that goes towards spit and dry secretions. There are Animatics that smell like bodily functions and sperm and liquids and discharge. There are Animatics that smell like blood. There are Animatics that smell like poop, shit, or manure. There are Animatics that smell like a barn, like the air in which animals have lived. There are Animatics that smell like vomit. I don't know if I can sing, but that doesn't stop me from singing ever. And there are Animatics that smell like this one, like ass, like a living, pulsating, soft, moving ass. It's like a weird it's like a weird I can't even find my words because this is distracting. It's like watching some really bad science fiction movie from the 70s or 80s where they're trying to recreate some sort of weird alien wormy creature. that is pulsating somewhere. I'm thinking about a worse version of Dune, okay? Kind of a thing. Now, this is like pulsating, raw, live ass. It's fecalic from the first spray, although it starts with a very, very clear, cloggy, not acrid civet, which is really weird. So think about a pissy, but the pissiness is mixed with poop, and there's no sour note to it. That's how it starts. It's straight in the face. There's a huge blast of alcoholic something that goes away really, really, really fast. Yes, it is floral. That lasts for, I don't know, about 3 minutes. And then it settles into a weird, you think your nose has forgotten to smell kind of a thing, because it fuses with the skin really quickly. And it becomes a non-descriptive, I would guess, yellowish flower concoction. Honeysuckle, clover, sweet marjoram, like the diaphanous dry flower mix. Not as in they're dry as in dead, but not wet flowers like a tulip would be wet, like a lotus would be wet, if that makes sense. So it's a sweet flowery smell, but these are not water flowers. They're more like I said, like black locust, for example, honeysuckle in that area. Pretty diaphanous, pretty florally, pretty if you want, with an underground current of something really foul, like from the depths of the earth, foul, like you just opened a tomb that's been closed for 6,000 years, foul. There's also a lot of powder, a lot of powder, not like in a tentonneige because it's not sticky, not in an orangey or violety way. It doesn't. Rafflesia, it's called Rafflesia. It's huge. It smells like rotten flesh. This does not have that. No, there's no rotten flesh. It's all ass. It's alive. That's why I say it's a butthole doing this. Holding yellow flowers. Yes, sir. Yes, exactly. Now go home and have that image in your brain. That's what it smells like. There's a lot of powder there. So there's a lot of talcum in the very clean, talcum-y kind of way. There's a little bit of cedar that is not harsh at all. It almost smells like boiled wood. So it's very oxygenated, kind of very airy, woody, generic notes that don't bother your the back of your throat, doesn't screech, whatever they're made of, natural or not. I don't know, and to be honest, I don't care. And of course, the musk. The base comes in quickly. I can see how a lot of people might get anosmic to a lot of the stuff in here because it's so together that it's kind of hard to separate stuff, and it fuses with the skin very, very, very quickly and very deeply. Actually, a lot of their fragrances do this, which I, for one, love. I actually hate how fragrances, particularly in the new iterations after reformulation, a lot of fragrances that I know used to kind of make one with my body, with my skin, now kind of float above the skin. I don't like that necessarily, and I don't necessarily associate that with good quality anything. Of course, there are exceptions, but in my world, to my nose, it fuses. I don't know what they use. I'm guessing there's several kinds of musk, but to be honest, it may be all aroma chemicals. Still, they did, I think, a fantastic job at mixing this. It's really well blended, and I've never, ever, ever smelled a better artificial rendition, if it's artificial, of real musk. Really. Never. Yeah, it's clogged with an immense amount of powder. The base becomes really powdery and really, really, really musky. There's a little bit of caraway, I think. It's not cumin. I think it's a little bit of caraway. There's nothing else to balance it. It's really impossible. And it's super addictive. It annoys the crap out of me because makes you cry and makes you want it. Actually, I do not become anosmic to this one. There's no anosmia to this one. I feel it. And it is, it's very, very, very addictive. See, Salome, you know what you deal with. I adore Salome. You know what you deal with. It's dense. It's taking over. This one is insinuating. It's creeping on you. Like, I mean, apart from that first blast that kind of paralyzes your senses and makes you gag, my is very animalic. That's on my top 5 wish list. I don't know why I haven't bought it yet. I love my, but you can smell it's a vegetal musk. And neither of these has this very etheric quality of creeping up on you. They just don't creep up on you. They're right there. They're an extension of you. This one becomes you, and it's really weird. You know, Alcat, the Sergio Wood stars, Muskublai Khan would blush compared to this. Seriously. Because it's so wrong. It's almost like a deadly disease that starts with a very random combination of symptoms. You're like, oh, it smells bad, but it's just a rash. Can't kill you. No, it can. It can and it will. That's the thing. It starts weird. You know it's weird, and then you get used to it, and you're like, it's not that bad. No, it is that bad. It's bad. To my nose. That's why I'm saying I can't imagine I'm anosmic to some of this stuff, because if there's more than this, it's not. Go read. I went to Fragrantica yesterday and to Base Notes and a few other places to see if anybody has reviewed this one in particular. Just go check it out. I still can't wear it on its own. I'm getting weird salivation in the back of my neck. Yes, because this creeps. Sécrétion magnifique doesn't creep, and it's a different kind of parts of the body. This is not. Yeah, you think. Yeah, Alcott is pretty bad. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving you examples of other things that are pretty bad. Whereas others are like you can tell it's a vegetal musk, and no matter how dense it is, or Salome, which is so dense that it almost crystallizes. It's like glass. That's how impenetrable it is, and how individual it is. So it's kind of like an extension of your own body. This one becomes your body. You don't think about it, and you're grossed out the entire time. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. It's like a hyena. It smells like an angry, powdery hyena from. You know what it smells like? I know. It smells like Ngorongoro. And if you don't know what Ngorongoro is, it's one of the most magical places I've ever visited in my life. It's a crater that became kind of its own world. No, this is Fleur Poudrée du Musc. This one. Fleur Poudrée du Musc. Bang, 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 bang. Powdery flower of musk. This one. So I wonder what my nose picks up, because if you become anosmic to some of this stuff in this bottle, then you're probably not going to think it's that bad. The famous stink. But if you're like me and feel what I hope is all the musks in this bottle, because if there's more, I pity the ones who do feel them all. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, go look it up. Go look up Ngorongoro, which is the most magical places, one of the most magical places on earth. It's in the middle of the heart of Tanzania, somewhere really, really, really far away. But that's what it smells like powdery hyenas. Yep. To me, yes. Worse than durian? Yes. Yes. I would eat durian. I would put it on my face, not necessarily because I like it, but it's whatever. And to me, durian smells like thawed out onions. If you've ever forgotten an onion and it froze and now you're thawing it, or it thaws, that's what it smells like, durian to me. And socks and, sticky cheese, yeah. But more specifically, like thawed out onions. But those I can eat. I can close my eyes and eat it. This one, I don't think I would eat that ass. I'm sorry. Like, I did many things in my life. I've seen many things in my life. I haven't seen that many asses, but yes, and I love it. I think jackfruit is the power food of the future. Okay. How do I end up talking about eating ass? I don't know, but you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. And if you don't ask questions. All right. The second one I'm going to talk about very briefly is this that somebody else mentioned, Musque de Samarkand. Samarkand is probably another magical place, but I haven't made it there yet. If you don't know where it is, look for the Silk Road and learn a bit about it because it's absolutely fascinating. Musque de Samarkand is not necessarily remarkable, but it's one of the more comfortable musks I can think of. It's a very clean. This has a very specific alcohol top. Goes away really quickly. It fuses with the skin, becomes very, very comfortable. It's a clean, comfortable musk, nothing to write home about. From the bottles I don't have, I believe there's some that are fantastic. They have a really good patchouli. So I would suggest looking it up, but in this kind of bottle with this kind of label. I believe it used to be called Patchouli Précieux, precious patchouli, and now it's called Patchouli Antique, or the other way around. I don't remember which one it is, which one came first, but look it up in the bottle with this kind of label if you can. Although there are very, very good reviews for the one with the newer square label and newer formulation. But I tried the old one and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I sent it to somebody in Iran who couldn't find it. I think, who's a patchouli collector, and couldn't order it from Italy. So that's where my bottle went, of all places. The patchouli was terrific. I think it's really, really good. And the one that I'm going to talk about next, if you're still around and you haven't finished your drinks, and you don't want to go to sleep, because this is, I think, one of those good finds. I would have treated it separately, but since I'm talking about the house, I figured I'm gonna package it with the other ones. I think there is one review online, video review of it, so you can go check it out over there as well. But I think it's a great solid fragrance, and that is Imperial Apapa Knox by Les Nereides. Hi, Kufokusu. There you go. Imperial Apapa Knox. The current version is called simply Apapa Knox. It's not quite a sully note. I think it's a very, very good resiny fragrance that anybody who collects balsamics should have in their home in this formulation. It's, again, very accessible. You can find it for 25, 30, 40, 50. And it's worth it. It's great. I don't know who made them. They don't declare who worked on their fragrances. but it has, all of them are very serious. They're grown-up fragrances. They're not like their custom jewelry at all. They're well thought out. They're well blended. And this has really good quality ingredients in it. A lot of good resins that I like. It does have sweet myrrh. It does have some benzoin. It has a lot of tolu, which I didn't see declare anywhere, but I pick it up. So tolu balsam. It has some creamy woods. It has a little bit of sage. It's very, very, very well blended. I like it a lot. I think it's I don't know. It came, it stayed. This is my second bottle. I have the tolu from Ormonjane. I have a lot of resiny and balsamic things and of all kinds of mixes. It's just smoky enough. It's just cola enough. I'd say the most similar would be to tolu from Ormonjane or Rococo from, I think Yope had Rocco Barocco. No, Rococo from Yope, which is a discontinued balsamic, beautiful, massively produced German fragrance that nobody knows about. Yeah, this is, I would say it's similar, the most similar that I can think of to tolu from Ormonjane. But I prefer this one, really. That one is smoother. This one is slightly wilder, a little bit sharper on edges. I don't know. It feels like it has a little bit more personality, this one. And again, for somebody who's into resins, somebody who's collecting balsamics, somebody who has the 30 euro to spare and doesn't mind buying blind, because I can't imagine you can find it in stores anymore, I would yeah, this one is it's sharper. There's more of it somehow, and it has amazing performance, at least on my skin. This formula, I mean, if I spray it once, I'm good for the day. It's enveloping. It becomes deep. It becomes personal. It fuses again. This, just like the other fragrances that I tried from them, fuses with the skin. I love it. Is it a masterpiece? No, it's not. But I think it's very good. And like I said, it's not quite a soli note. Hydragos from Marseille. It's not quite a soli note, and it's not exactly treating the sweet myrrh in that sparkly way that myrrh can go into. Regular myrrh, sometimes sweet myrrh can go into that sparkly cola, champagne-y kind of application. This one doesn't go sparkly, but it does go cola. Whatever cola has in it, those tannins, there's like deep somewhere between burnt caramel and medicinally tonic type of thing in the back of the throat. So I like it. I think it's a very, very good one. So it's with me. I found some of these qualities in Oxiana, the recent Oxiana from Profumum Roma. However, I love the old Oxiana from Parfumum Roma because it used to smell like a mushroom butt. And now that mushroomy feel went away. It's just a sweet myrrh, and it's not satisfying me anymore, and it's slightly plasticky. So this for me stayed to cover that spot of Apapa resiny, close to soli note, but not that simple. The theme today is butt. Yeah, we talked about butts, pulsating butts with flowers in them. That's right. Also from Les Nereides, I had Douceur du Vanille in the house, which translates as the sweetness of vanilla. Nothing to write home about. I mean, it's a vanilla. It's fine. They're all fine. That, truth be told, was a newer formulation in the square label version. So I wasn't, it was fine. It's a good vanilla. It's fine. But ass, but ass. If you are here to talk about the elegance and the romanticism of fragrance, you're probably in the wrong place, because today, yep. Do we have any drawing folk amongst us? Also from them, I tried Musc de Java, musk from Java, and it was a fruity musk. That one literally made me gag, because it's just it was not, the combination just didn't make sense. It was like sour ass. It just didn't make any sense to me, but I found a few people who absolutely adore it. My guess is that they were slightly anosmic to some parts of the musky half, and to their skin and to their nose. They read it as a, fresh out of a bath, clean skin with some fruity notes, Garnier fructis kind of a thing, which it was not. So these are the 6 that I smelled. These are the 2 that I use, although this one makes me cry. But I do use it to put it under things. I beef up a lot of the fragrances that I find not longevive or not strong enough for what I need that day. It's rare. I have an ultra sensitive nose. I'm not sure it's the best of noses, but I have an ultra sensitive nose. So 1 puff usually is enough for me. And I don't move much. So I kind of sit in my own bubble of stuff at my desk. So 1 puff is enough, but it does happen for me to want something to last longer, or to want something to be a little bit more personal, or to want something to be warmer. And that's when I put this underneath, and then I layer. And this I wear as is, because again, I think it's a very good Apapa Knox for what it's pretending to be, for what it is, for the price at which it can be found, and for how unpretentious the house is. I think these 2 are very interesting creations. And that was it, folks. Oh my God, 37 minutes only. I'm going to try to keep stuff under half an hour, but yeah, looks like I can't. That's it for today, folks. If you like this kind of nerdy facts about perfume and perfumery, make sure to spread the word. If you haven't subscribed, hit the buttons, hit the bell. If you don't also hit the bell, you will not be notified when I go live. So make sure to do that. If you know about Les Nereides, if you have other ideas or comments about any of the fragrances I talked about today, let me know. If you want to try them, again, let me know. I can make you a vial and somehow get it to you. And that's it. Keep it kind, but keep it real. And I don't know if it's going to be very popular. We have a lot of people who come, associate niche and information with safe and luxury and romanticism and cleanliness and stuff. And I personally think we learn to be too clean, too sanitized. Anyway, that's just my personal opinion. Kisses to all. And you know where I live. All right. Bye, everyone. And stream. Stay safe.